friends, welcome back to OsoFarm. It is a Sunday afternoon and we sat down to edit a week's worth of videos for our channel and realized that the new microphone that we had attached to our camera was actually not attached, so I talked and talked and talked for what felt like hours and had no audio. So after looking at it for a while and trying to decide if we could do some voiceovers, it was a huge headache. So we are moving forward. They were videos of just kind of days in the life, our puppy weigh-in, organization of all of our stockpile. Anyways, I'm a little bitter about it, but moving on. So tonight I'm making beef enchiladas. This is a very simple recipe, only a few ingredients, and I've used the same recipe for years. One of the biggest tips to make it go quickly is to already have your hamburger meat cooked and drained and cooked with an onion and in your freezer. So what I've got in my microwave here is, I have this in a bag. I'm gonna see if it's, oh yeah, that's better. So this was back, I don't know, I guess last month, I went ahead and cooked about 2 pounds of hamburger meat with an onion, drained it, let it cool, put it in a freezer bag, and then tonight when I'm making my enchiladas, it just goes really quickly to already have that step done. So even if you don't want to do freezer cooking where you have a complete meal prepared, you could do simple steps like that where maybe you just get the meat cut and then frozen raw if you're using chicken, or with this hamburger meat, having it cooked prior. So I think most of the big chunks that were frozen together are better. So I have a 9x13. Isn't this pretty? I got this at Sam's Club. This is a Martha Stewart. It was a 3-piece casserole dish, and this is the largest one. So I can link that below. Sam's is still selling them, and I think it's in 3 different colors. So I have sprayed my 9x13 baking dish. I have my cooked meat here drained. I'm almost done. Okay, you can kind of see it's just, I did not weigh this. I'm just assuming it's close to 2 pounds. So I have 2 cans of cream of mushroom. Can use any brand. This is obviously not, I'm not making a gluten-friendly one. I did pull out a little bit of this hamburger meat in a separate pan for me, and I'm just gonna add some taco seasoning to that, and I have some corn tortillas. So while they eat this, I'm just gonna eat some tacos. This makes it kind of easy. So I'm just gonna mix this up. Yeah, 2 cans was great. So this is probably right at 2 pounds of meat. And if you wanted to make this in a smaller portion, maybe in an 8x8, you could just do 1 pound of hamburger meat to 1 can of cream of mushroom. So then that is basically all the prep work. I have some Fiesta blend cheese and some tortillas. If you watched our November grocery haul, I commented that this is the brand of tortillas that I use for baking in casseroles, and then we really like the Mission for tacos and quesadillas. So I'm just gonna take a stack of these out. I'm gonna move, and then I have 2 cans of enchilada sauce to top with. So I'm just gonna take a tortilla, put however much you like in each tortilla, a tiny bit of cheese, and roll it up seam side down. If you have members of your family that do not like cheese, I have one daughter that does not like cheese, and so I will always try to remember what side and then how I put it in the oven to remember which enchilada is hers. Just a little bit of cheese on top, so you just repeat that throughout the entire, till your casserole dish is full and your meat is used up. Okay, I ran out of space, so this one fit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I had this other, and this cute, this is the loaf pan that went with that set. So I just kind of, I cleaned it earlier, but I just rinsed it off and add my spray. And then I'll make these 2 cheeseless just to make it easy to keep it straight. And this looks like it'll fit 2 just about perfectly. So now I'm just gonna pour, this is just a small 10-ounce can of enchilada sauce over the top. And add another one just so it's all covered. I usually don't use 2 full ones, but almost. There's about a little less than half of that left. And then for this one, this is not necessary, but I just like to make sure all the pieces of the tortilla are covered so they don't get too crunchy. Okay, and then just this one, we're gonna top with cheese. So everything in here is cooked. So it really is just to heat it up and kind of get the tortillas cooked up. So I would say 400 for 20 minutes. And then I always like to broil things for just a couple of minutes so that the cheese gets, oh, I almost put a little bit of cheese on. I did, I got a couple of flecks on there. That'll be okay. Okay, so enchiladas are done. I'll move these over here. Whoa. Okay, so this is a quick and easy dessert. This is the medium of that really cute set. So this is just, I have 2 cans of apple pie filling, one from Walmart and one from Aldi. I'm just gonna pour these. Okay, let me get a spatula. How cute this is. Just got that at Marshall's for the holidays. Got little Christmas trees on it. So I'm gonna get all this yummy out of here. Okay, I'm gonna spread this on to about half. This smells so good. Okay, same for the other side. Ooh, the the Great Value brand, if you care. The apples are much thicker and bigger. So this is just a cobbler recipe. You could use any pie filling or what you wanted on the bottom. So I have half a cup of butter, which is 1 stick of butter. I'm gonna melt that in the microwave. So that I can eat dessert, because hello, if I can't eat the enchiladas, I'm gonna eat the dessert. I'm gonna use my gluten-free flour. This is Bob's Red Mill. I either get this at walmart.com or amazon.com. I can put a link to that below. And then I have these gluten-free oats. I'm pretty sure they're just the Quaker brand. I have heard that most people with celiac disease do not have a reaction to oats that are not gluten-free, but I think it's just more where they are processed and what type of facility, and if there is wheat around it. So this just, I'm confident that that is clean and free of gluten. Okay, so for the topping, you need 1 cup of brown sugar. So I have a half a cup here. I really like this Member's Mark brown sugar. My sealable thing just stopped sealing well, so I also have it in a Ziploc bag just to be safe. I think in my, for December, I am going to do my first Azure Standard haul. I've never ordered from there before. I've been watching a lot of videos, and so I think all of our bulk baking things are going to be coming from there. So I'm still deciding. But if you use Azure Standard, if you have had success with that or have any suggestions, I would love to hear that and talk with you about that in the comments. So I have 1 cup of brown sugar, and I can link this topping recipe in the bottom. 1.5 cups of flour. We've got half. One. And then I needed 1 1/4 cups of oats. So here's 1 1/4. Here's my 1 stick of butter melted, so I'm just gonna add that in. And just gonna use my same, I may rinse it off a bit. It's all going into the same place. So I'm just gonna mix this up. It's sort of like a crumbly granola topping. It's very, very, very delicious. Almost positive we have some vanilla ice cream we can add to it. Make sure all the flour is combined. It's kind of the tricky part here. Okay, so you can see it's just kind of crumbly. We're just gonna crumble that on top. Spread it all in. And then for extra fun, I am just going to sprinkle the top with a tiny, whoop, that's a little bit much, but kind of spread it in, tiny bit of cinnamon. So this will need to go into the oven for maybe 30 30 minutes until the top is brown, golden brown, and the fruit is starting to kind of bubble up on the edge. So what else are we having? I'm going to make some cilantro lime rice. I will bring my Instapot over here to do that. And then we're gonna have, I opened up 2 cans of corn, so I'll warm those up and drain those. And then I drained 1 can of black beans, and I will just kind of mix that up as a side. So we're gonna have the enchiladas, cilantro lime rice with corn and black beans, and apple cobbler for dessert. Okay, I'm making cilantro lime rice now in my Instapot. I have 3 cups of rice. You could easily half this if you needed to. And then I'm adding 3 3/4 cup of water. I'm gonna add a couple of swirls of olive oil and the juice of 1 lime. And a handful of cilantro. I'm gonna save the rest to top the enchiladas with. So I'm just gonna give this a stir. And it's only 3 in the afternoon. We're not gonna eat, got cilantro on my hands. We're not gonna eat for a while, so I'm just gonna let this sit in here, and I'll probably start it at about 4:30. So then when I start it, I will just hit the rice button on here and then just fluff it with my spoon when I'm done. Okay, so the apple cobbler is out of the oven. We ate our dinner, it was really good. So I'll show you the finished product. Very, very good. So I hope you enjoy that and give it a try. You can use any sort of pie filling for the bottom. I hope you liked the video. If you're new here, you can like and subscribe. We would love to have you join our YouTube family. And we will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.